Hello students, in the last lecture we have discussed the law of demand. Who has introduced this? Alfred Marshall has introduced this law. Then we have discussed the symbolic representation. We have seen that when the goods becomes cheaper, people go more and more commodities, and when good becomes costlier, people purchase less of it. We have discussed all these things. Now let's move on to that next part, that is schedule and explanation, graph and explanation. So let's begin with that. Okay, here we are. See, demand schedule. We all know what is demand schedule. Demand schedule is nothing but tabular representation of data. Now, whatever the data is there, I'm representing it in tabular form. If you see price of commodity in rupees, first column, and second quantity demanded of commodity in kgs. So first it indicates price of commodity, and second column quantity demanded at that price. For example, at rupees 50 quantity demanded is 1 kg, at rupees 40 quantity demanded is 2 kg. When price, we can observe that when price starts falling, demand starts rising. It indicates that when there is a highest price, here it is 50 rupees, demand is lowest, that is 1 kg, and when the price is lowest, demand is 5 kg. You can see from the arrow also, it indicates pink arrow. See, demand is highest, so sorry, price is highest, so demand is lowest. There it shows that there exists inverse relationship between price and quantity demanded. In the exam, what you had to do, you had to draw the table. At the same time, in your own words, you can write the explanation. For example, here see, they have written price of commodity X, quantity demanded at highest price, but please mention that highest price demand is lowest, and at lowest price demand is highest. You have to mention that, and you have to write that also. When the price starts falling, demand starts rising. We can see from the table, demand rises from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, and 4 to 5. Okay, this is our demand schedule. Many times what happens, students only uh, draw the table and they don't write the explanation part is also very easy to write. Now the next part is demand curve. It means that graph and graph explanation. Okay, so demand curve is a graphical representation of demand schedule. Whatever schedule we have drawn, we are going to show it in the graphical form. So what we have done, x-axis indicates, every time remember 3 points. I will tell you, whenever there is a graph, while writing explanation, first indicate x-axis. The order should be same in each and every economical graph. X-axis indicates what, y-axis indicates what, and dd curve. Okay, 3 points. See, first point, x-axis indicates quantity demanded in kg. Mention the unit also. Then y-axis indicates price of a commodity. We are expressing it in terms of rupees. So my third point is dd curve. How can you see? It's downward sloping. See the arrow, it's downward sloping, so dd curve is downward sloping. Okay, so same they have written, dd is the demand curve which slopes downward. X-axis represent quantity, y-axis represent price. Demand curve has downward slope because it shows. Why downward slope? Because it shows inverse relationship. It means when price starts falling, demand starts rising. So there is an inverse, there is opposite relationship between price and quantity demanded. And at highest price 50, demand was 1 kg, and at lowest price, that is rupees 10, demand was highest, that is 5 kg. So students, this up to this, whether they will ask you explain the law of demand with assumption or explain the law of demand with exception, this part is common for both the questions. Only the assumptions part will be different, or if they ask you exceptions part will be different. You are going to write explain the law of demand. In that question you are going to write introduction part, then your statement, then symbolical representation. After that, demand schedule and explanation. Compulsory write the explanation, don't just draw the diagram or draw the that schedule. And on the basis of schedule we are going to draw the diagram. Remember this also, because if you are showing some different numbers in the figures in the schedule and you are drawing something different, it should not be like that. They should match, because we are drawing the demand curve based on the schedule only. Okay, so I have taken 50, 40, 30, 20, 10 price only, and x-axis quantity is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have to mention x-axis indicates what, y-axis indicates what is the slope of demand curve. Okay, with this we have finished this part. In the next lecture I will explain you the assumptions part. Thank you.